It's going to be a very funny episode. I give you the permission to laugh with me, and if you don't find it funny, to God be the glory. Hi Extraordinary Tribe, it's your girl Balogun Oluwatomininu, and it's another episode of Telling God's Story on Moments with BOT. And if this is your first time on this channel, this is Moments with BOT, and we are the Extraordinary Tribe. And in this tribe, we exist to create extraordinary experiences. We tell God stories, we tell experiences, and we tell you about something extraordinary that you can learn from, unlearn, and relearn. So in today's episode of Telling God's Story, I decided to come share with you 5 fun facts turned testimony about our newly released short film titled Heart to Heart. So if you are seeing this video and you don't know anything about the short film Heart to Heart, you need to pause right now, take a step back, check through our previous videos, and you'll see the last video before this video titled Heart to Heart. It is a message for you, it's a message for the world. It is your reality, my reality, her reality that you need to see, because God has a word for you through that short film. Thank you. Number 1 fun fact about the short film Heart to Heart is that I finished final editing 24 hours to the release. To God be the glory. So the truth about what you and I can see out there as a short movie titled Heart to Heart, which I count as a testimony, is that I finished final editing 24 hours to release. Yeah, 24 hours or more to release. So that's a testimony for me, and it's a fun fact, because how can you want to release a short film, even if it's short, and it's not automatically ready few days to release day? It can only be a testimony. So the second fun fact about Heart to Heart is that video shooting was just me and my tripod. Yes. First of all accolades, glory be unto God. But in physical shooting, it was just me and my tripod. Yes. Long shots, close shots, me and my tripod. And I give God all the glory for the grace and the privilege. That's a fun fact and a testimony for me. Period. The third fun fact that I would love to share with you today, which turns out to be a testimony, is that voicing was done 5 days to release date and 2 weeks after shooting. The voicing to the video coverage that I already did was done 5 days to the release date and 2 weeks after shooting. That's a long story, and trust God. God is the God of last minute, and even in last minute there is nothing, absolutely nothing impossible for him to do. So the voicing was done 5 days to the release date and 2 weeks after shooting. That's a huge fun fact. And the number 4 fun fact about the short film Heart to Heart is that I never had a script until first week in June. This really is a testimony for me, because I remember myself talking to God, telling God specifically few months back that I really want to shoot a short movie, second short movie for Moments with BOT as a brand, and I want it to be for our 5th year anniversary. But then I can't just wake up and be like, okay, let's shoot. There has to be a word, there has to be a message. I don't just come out to just talk. I believe that for every word we speak, it's going out there to make an impact, it's going out there to change a life. And so I knew that I needed a message, and I needed God to give me a message for the world. So I actually had something I wanted to put out there before. But then this faithful day, first week in June, I just sat with God, that God, it's here. This is June, and June 30th is Moments with BOT 50th anniversary. What do you want me to say? What message do you have to the world? And with the help of the Spirit of God and in God's faithfulness, it just came. It came flowing. It came. I never expected it. I never planned Heart to Heart. I never expected it. I never had it in mind that, oh, the title is Heart to Heart, or the structure of the message is what it was. But I give God all the glory. And here, I'm here to say that it's a fun fact and it's a testimony that I never had a script until first week in June. And the last fun fact about the short film Art to Art is that I almost didn't produce this short film because of my recent relocation. So it turns out that I am currently serving my fatherland, Nigeria. I'm a core member and I recently just moved to my new location. And knowing that I'm someone that I have been privileged to make all my videos from the comfort of my parents' house, our home, it was really a new thing for me to settle in and say I want to shoot a short film which isn't indoor. So I almost gave up that, I would just, God would do another thing. Probably wouldn't do a short movie. So extraordinary family, I decided to share with you today this fun fact which turns out to be a testimony for me regarding the short film Art to Art, because I want you to understand that sometimes in life God will show up at the last minute. That doesn't mean that God is delayed. That doesn't mean that God is slow. That doesn't mean that God is not still going to turn up. So it turns out to be a testimony for me because I had it in my mind. I had it in my natural sense that I want to do this. But until God said, move, it's time, I didn't have anything physically to show for that this is how I want to do it. But when God stepped in and when God said, let's do this together, I was able to come alive with something that is of impact. And today, looking back to how much this message, this short message, has been of impact to you and myself, the only one that I can give all the glory is God, because He made it happen. So this is a testimony from my hand and a message to you to know and to believe that no matter the circumstances that comes around whatsoever you want to do or become in life, that doesn't stop God. Nothing can stop God. Your limitation can't stop God. Your circumstances that you think it is not too good, it is discouraging, can I ever make it? It cannot stop God. You just have to believe and acknowledge that even in the midst of those silent situations, even in the midst of those circumstances, even in the midst of those deadlines and limitations, God is with you. The Bible says the just shall live by faith. We live by faith and not by feeling. Thank you. Do not forget to subscribe, turn on post notification, like, share this video to someone that might need to learn something, and I will see you on the next. Bye.